Baggy Cross. Hi, my name is Anna and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton and I am a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with another comeback reaction to CRAVITY.
So today, CRAVITY had a comeback called My Turn. And we have reacted to CRAVITY once before on this channel. So yeah, we've watched the music video teasers and are intrigued. So let's go. Oh, what the?
I saw this in the teaser and I was like, are they gonna dance with basketballs? And I got really excited.
High School Musical? Sorry.
That was a cool way to transition scenes.
Oh. Oh, that was nice.
I remember their ages.
Oh, this is so layered. I'm just like, I know that they're supposed to be like super laid back and cool, like, oh, there's so much so, but I'm like, oh my god, you're young, you're children, oh my goodness, you know?
Oh. Oh, I get it. I understand all the cars. I didn't get it the first time because I was so taken off guard by the skirt.
No, yeah, vroom, vroom, vroom.
I didn't get it the first time around. I was too distracted by other things.
The skirt, yeah, I heard the skirt in the teaser and I was like, what? Oh, aspect ratio change for the hands. Oh, yes. Oh, that progression. Oh, it looks like a car horn.
I just want a full damn shot.
Oh. Oh. What is... I don't know.
So the chorus. Choreography. Okay, so obviously in the reaction you can see the first chorus I was very caught off guard. I'd forgotten about the skirt thing from the teaser. And so I didn't catch like the symbolism and like the connection between the dance and the song. But the second time, and when I went back and rewatched it, there's so much driving dance in the chorus and I think that's so cool. Like, this dance is very trendy, honestly, but they have the hand on the wheel kind of like leaned back, like driving around. They also have the whole like press the gas thing and they kind of do it up and down. Yeah, it's just super trendy. I was like, okay, I can get behind this. But honestly, I just want to see the full dance because when I was watching it, this is one of the reasons I was pretty quiet. And then when I went back and watched it, I was like, just show me the full dance. Because I could see that they were doing some really interesting things in the choreography. Like there's the part where their arms are kind of connected and they're doing like the chain reaction. Or there's a lot of interesting formations, it seems like, especially in like small group formations where they're kind of coming in and out of the stage, which is cool. And it means that they're using their members well, because like they have a decent amount of members, so they can kind of play around with it a little bit more. But I can't comment on it fully because I can't see it, because there's so many close-ups while the cool moments are happening that I'm like, just let me see it. Just like zoom out just a little bit. So honestly, I am going to watch the live stage of this later whenever it comes out and be like, what's happening? Because I'm very curious, because it seems really interesting. But style-wise in their dancing, I thought it was really interesting but from what I could see in the music video, it seems like they are playing back and forth between two distinct dance styles. One that's during the smoother parts of the song, and it's more like laid back. You can kind of see that their body like lays back into it. And then there's also the more like percussive style, where you can see that they're a little bit more upright, or honestly a little bit more forward to hit all of those quicker movements. And I thought that was really interesting, because it's different than like, oh, for this I need to be down, but for this I'm gonna like be standing up just because of the movement. It seemed like their style actually changed, like the way they're holding their bodies changed. And if I'm right, which I will know when I watch the full dance, if I'm right, that's really impressive, especially for rookies, to be able to change styles and change like body positioning multiple times back and forth in the middle of a song. And then I know that we both honestly mentioned how young, that like they are young in the music video, but in terms of like specifically dance style and how they are portraying the choreography that they're given, like if I didn't know their ages, I would not really be able to tell that they were as young as they are, because they are portraying the choreography that they're given with that kind of like cool swag, like let's go, which feels more mature and like older than they actually are. Yeah, I mean the dance seemed very trendy, and honestly of the 3 CRAVITY songs that we've seen so far, I think this one's had the most impact on me. So yeah, Anna's turn.
This song is extremely percussive, but it kind of makes sense to me because like percussive, focusing more on the beats instead of like melodies. I mean, like it does have the bridge moment where it focuses on the melodies more, but overall, like the verses, it focuses on the beats more, which like they're supposed to be like cool, sort of laid back vibe, which it works. It fits together in my mind. So now just going in chronological order of the song though. First verse, there's the second rap section that happens in the first verse. I think the rhythm of that caught me off guard because there was just so much silence in it. Because it's the one that goes like, wow, and then it rests for a lot, and then it comes back in. Now that I think about it, it makes kind of sense because it really helps establish the whole laid-back vibe, since they are leaving so much space within the rhythms. It also like starts the song at a lower level so that like it can grow further on, like in the second verse. So like instrumentally, not too much has changed, but you'll still feel like it's growing because they're just like using more syllables, like more rhythms are being spoken and there's less silence, just strictly with the rap line it's change. Moving on to when the pre-chorus verse happens. Oh my gosh, I really like the intro into the pre-chorus, because when it first happened I was like, whoa, it was such an impactful moment from like what my ears were hearing and what my eyes were seeing. It suddenly felt so much fuller sounding. Not that the instrumental before had been like bare and completely silent, but like it was more focused on the beats. When the pre-chorus happens, there's like that synth in the background that crescendos as it's sliding down in pitch. It's kind of like that effect, like when you watch a raindrop in slow motion hit the ground, when it's like hits and then it like boosts out. That's what you're hearing in your ears. And then like what you're seeing is like the spotlights all moving around. So it's like this really cool effect. And honestly, you know how like there are those YouTube channels that make like 8D audio edits of songs? I feel like that moment would be insane to hear in like the 8D audio edits. Moving on to the chorus. I know our reaction for the first half of the chorus with it like vroom vroom skirt. Like I see what they're doing. I get it. Because also like when you hear like the skirt at the end and then like also they repeat that line, how it goes up in pitch at the end, like it's going to get stuck in your head. It's meant to get stuck in your head. And like how you were saying like the dance is really trendy, like them having a line like that is really trendy. Also, because it's like a group chant moment, which takes me into the second half of the chorus where they're doing all the singing lines instead. I thought that moment was really cool because I said all the layers that you're hearing, it feels like a group sing moment, but it makes a really interesting texture because different from the group chant when they're speaking those lines in the first half of the chorus, since they're singing in a higher register, there's more air mixed in and you can hear all like how those different tones and textures are working together. So I just thought it was really cool. Overall, like I get the whole like cool, 멋있어, laid back vibe, but once again, like for Peyton, they are like children age. For me, I'm like younger brother age, and I'm like, alright, I see what you're doing. Like, okay. I say that with a lot of affection. Once again, like, I hope people don't
They're
like
cute.
get it twisted. Yeah.
It really is like seeing a younger sibling be like, I'm cool.
So, TLDR for this song is, this is our second time reacting to CRAVITY, and we made it in time for their comeback day of reaction. Well, it's day of for us, not in Korean time. It's within the first 24 hours. But it was nice to react to them again and see some things about their like dance singing styles that we remember from the first reaction that carried over, but also seeing a new side to them. Yeah, very intrigued to see where they go in the future.
And to see this live.
Oh yeah, for Peyton.
But that being said, if you enjoyed this reaction and if you're also loving CRAVITY's comeback My Turn, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, ding, turn on your notification bell.
Skirt.
Yep, and bye!